All right, I am leaving here, T&B's here in Chipley, Florida. As y'all know, I come here all the time. Y'all have seen about 2 or 3 videos already. But like I said, he's always picking, so sometimes I worry about showing y'all, but I said, you know what? May the best man win. You know, if you guys beat me to a stash, the few who might be around here passing through here, I always like to try to help my local business owners out. He's a good guy, always cuts me a deal. So I didn't do a video coming up, so I figured I'd do a video leaving, and I may put this in front of the footage anyway. There's some footage I got in the back that showed me find a couple of these, but most of them, unfortunately for you guys, were behind the counter. And you know, it's just a little uncomfortable and awkward to try to record behind the counter. So there were some good ones in the stack though. Okay, here's the haul for this trip. It's a pretty good trip. Found a bunch of classic rock and some outlaw country and all that kind of stuff behind the counter. He hadn't put out yet because he had just got done picking. And I looked in the back too and found a few that was left over from last time that I wanted. So without further ado, let's go through the stack. I found a Charlie Daniels band, Fire on the Mountain. Really like that album. Actually, it's a gatefold. A little bit of damage, but not too bad. Vinyl looks good. I don't know if that helps or hurts. Need better lighting, but we'll try it. Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. It's a great album. This one could have been in better condition, but I didn't have it. And it was a real good price, so I picked it up. So that one's real good. Man, I hate when they do that. I have to just try to stuck. But that one's real good because it's got some of the real good songs on it. Theirs, you know, Living on a Prayer, Wanted Dead or Alive, all those. Next I found David Allan Coe, Rides Again. And that had something like Willie Whalen and Me, and If That Ain't Country, a couple of those like that. And Almost New vinyl. So that part's great. I always love to get one in great playing order or condition. Another David Allan Coe. This is Castles in the Sand. It's one of the newer ones. You see the barcode, so it's from the past the 80s, right after the early 80s. You know, they started putting barcodes on them. And it looked brand new too. And it had songs on it like, trying to think of The Ride. And I found some classic Skinner, Can't Forget Your Southern Rock. We had Give Me Back My Bullets. Of course, that's one of the hits there, the title track. Had Give Me Back My Bullets. Bunch of those, Double Trouble. And new looking vinyl, so. And of course, you need a second helping of Leonard Skinner. Bad pun intended. This one, of course, is the one that had Sweet Home Alabama, Working for MC, Bad Old Curtis Lowe, Call Me the Breeze, a bunch of those songs, hits from that era. Very clean vinyl. So, remember listening to those a lot because I had older brothers, as I mentioned, who love all that. And can't forget Journey Frontiers album. Of course, everybody knows that's from the 80s, so you get your barcode, and also on cassette. Don't want that. I wore out several cassettes of different albums, so I like the vinyl better. It's a cool looking label too. Looks like the rear. So that part, that's pretty cool. Now we went kind of old school on some of this jazz and stuff. Got a Joe Williams Count Basie. It was still in plastic. It looks like a collection of their works. And the vinyl looked new. So I picked that up. I'm feeling reminiscent of a lost era. And I found the Charles Lloyd Quartet live there in '82. This one appears to be a promo. It's really hard to see on these, but if I get the right angle of light, you can see the gold writing stamped on top of the album writing. This is a pretty good album too. And the label's white. You can really see it there too. Try to get just the edges. But you can see it says for promotional right there by the hole. So that's cool. I found this Arthur Blythe too. Elaborations. And I guess they closed down a radio station or something, whoever got these box of albums, because this one's promo too. You can see it stamped right there where the barcode is. And no special LP on this one. White label or nothing, it's just standard. Let's see what else we got. Another weather report. I didn't have this one, it's one of the newer ones. And it was in almost new condition. And cool little logo there on the barcode. I mean, a cool little logo there on the label. I'm still thinking barcodes. But that's pretty, I thought that was pretty cool. And someone had pointed this out in one of my other videos when I went down there, that it was kind of a sought after one, and I kind of like the Jimi Hendrix era stuff and Jimi Hendrix himself. And I thought it was gone. I'd looked in the same area and didn't see it, but apparently they had started putting them up into the actual cabinets or the little makeshift display area they had made along the back. And I was just happened to be browsing through there, and I guess they'd moved some of those stacks. Well, like I just said, it was in boxes up to there. And I got lucky enough that it was still in there. I thought somebody picked it up, but this is that Buddy Miles Express Electric Church. And that is a cool album. So thanks, shout out. I should have looked back and see who it was, to whoever commented a few videos ago about this album, because I was looking for it to still be there when I made a pass back through town. And definitely lucky because the vinyl looks brand new too. So that one's cool. And this, I believe, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, this was the Emerson Lake album, everybody. I wasn't as familiar with them, but I remember seeing this before. I think a CD. But this record sleeve is a whole lot cooler than the CD. It's the Brain Salad Surgery album. And as you can see, it folds out. And your actual LP of course, it's slid in from the side. So that's kind of different. That's what first drew my attention to it, and I said, well, I've seen that somewhere before. And that is a really unique sleeve, so that's kind of a motto, odd, unique, or rare. That I would consider is pretty unique, or odd at least, both. Kind of synonyms, aren't they? Okay, last but not least, Rolling Stones. I have a lot of theirs, but didn't have this one. And it was in those stacks to go through too. So this one is just so cool. It's from that era of where you all seen these kind of pin-up type artwork and stuff. And the cool little faces, where you can spin it around and get the lipstick version on the back if you want to slide them in on this side. So that's just a cool sleeve too. I'd actually been looking for that in a while, but never been able to find it for a decent price. I've seen some of the music stores have it, in not too great a shape for $15 or $20, but this one looked new. So I picked it up and snatched that up. Well, that's all I found on that trip. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll catch you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks.